Never find my way home, yeah.
Welcome to What Happened to the World Today. I'm Steve.
And I'm Scott, and this is a tale of how bad life decisions led to a YouTube show.
We're going to talk about what we have noticed going on in the world. So what do we have going on in the world now?
Lots of things, actually, but I remember hearing something about the Pope. What happened to the Pope?
Pope got a black eye. Got into a fight. So here's how it goes. Okay? A pope, a rabbi, and a priest go into a bar. And no, that's not how it goes. But this could actually be the joke for that.
There you go.
Yeah, he was visiting. Where was he visiting? Cartagena. I think it was Cartagena. I probably pronounced it right. Colombia. I pronounced Colombia correctly. And he's in the Pope Mobile, which I love the Pope Mobile. And they had to slam on the brakes, so he smashed his face right into the glass of the bar. I shouldn't be laughing, but he got a shiner. He got a shiner, and it split him open. He was bleeding. There's actually blood. But they taped him up. They iced him down, and he continued on for the rest of his trip. With didn't change or anything in that. But I thought, that was pretty funny. But yeah, I will have to work on the joke for that.
You got to give him kudos for being able to just keep going, especially since he's not a young man.
You'll have to excuse me a second there. I've got a runny nose. I've got a bit of a cold. So hopefully that it'll hold off so we can talk more about stuff like that. And then something else that happened in the news was North Dakota finally got a Miss America beauty queen. So this is the first time ever then in Miss America history that North Dakota won.
That's pretty cool.
So, yeah, her name is Cara Mund. And Cara Mund is 23 years old. And I don't know that much about her. I know that she works, does Make-A-Wish stuff. And, of course, she's smart because it's a scholarship program, not a beauty contest. But I think that's cool that North Dakota, for the first time, won. I should have looked up what other states haven't won. So if you could comment at the bottom and put down other states that have not won Miss America.
Because there has to be some.
For us to follow,
a lot of them have won multiple times.
I know Texas wins a lot. They had a streak going for a while. But again, I don't know which one's which because you've got Miss America, Miss USA, and there's one more, right? Or is it just those two? Miss Universe. Well, that's Miss Universe is the winner of.
Well, yeah, that's true.
So, but I think maybe it's just the two, Miss America and Miss USA. So, congratulations, North Dakota.
Way to go!
You're a championship team. And the last thing that I found tragic. And yet, there's a joke here, too. A guy at Burning Man pushed past security and ran into the giant Burning Man fire and died of his injuries a few hours later. So he burned himself that bad that he ended up killing himself. So at Burning Man, a guy ran into the Burning Man, the big fire thing, and killed himself as a Burning Man.
I try not to judge people, but that just seems kind of stupid.
Well, again, the Burning Man thing, there were 70,000 people there. And that's here in Nevada. It's not in California like people think it is. It's actually over the border from California in Nevada. It's in the northern part of Nevada, but it's in Nevada, and I'm in the southern part. So that's why
I think they get confused because of all the forest fires in California.
Yeah. The only state I know that tries to burn itself down every year.
It's amazing.
It is bad. It is bad. So, in our previous show, we talked about Lineage 2.
Yes, and I've been playing that for about 12 years now.
That's something you play. Now, my son plays League of Legends. Now, do you know anything about that game?
Not really. I've heard of it. Never played it.
I was wondering if there was any similarities or that besides this character driven. Now, how many people could be on your team? So in Lineage 2, what Because you said massively multiplayer. Is there?
Yes. There are literally thousands of people playing at the same time, especially during sieges. Sieges happen on the weekends, and it's insane how many people show up for these things.
Okay, so the word siege makes it sound like you guys are going to go try to take something over.
That's correct. As a matter of fact, best I should explain this real quick. Lineage 2 is very similar to Knights or J.R. Tolkien, Lord of the Rings type stuff. You've got dwarves, elves, dark elves, or orcs, humans, Earthia. There's a bunch of different races.
So they describe all these things like Tolkien does? Spend like 5 pages in a book to describe a wall. This wall has this, and they've got these little tiny crustings, and on the side of the wall there was this. I started reading his book, and I'm like, okay, I got it. It's a wall with stuff in it.
Yeah,
He wrote 3 pages. There's 3 pages in the book on what this cave looked like.
But when you were done reading it, it was in your head, and you never forgot it.
But unfortunately,
Now,
that's
of course,
what I remember.
this is, you don't have to worry about any of that because it's an animated game. So all that stuff is there. You just see it. You don't have to read about it.
Okay.
There are some quests that you do where movies come up, but the sieges are literally trying to take a castle.
Wait. Did you say movies?
Yes. Shorts, anywhere from 30 seconds to 3 minutes.
So they explain it in a little short movie of what you're supposed to do?
Sort of. It's just to give you an example. You're doing one of your quest changes, and you have to go to free the last giant who's been captured.
So time out. Quest change. Why are you changing your quest? Because you finished it, or you just are bored with it?
No, it's for changing levels, and your class change is what it is.
Okay.
Not quest change.
So
you
I
do
get
a quest to change your class.
Okay. So to get more points and to become stronger, you do a quest. So
Correct.
You go and you watch this little video of the quest change, which tells you what you need to do.
No, it's literally like if it's a monster, the monster talks to you and literally eggs you on. You're just a puny human. I'm the big bad monster. I'm going to beat you up, and you can't stop me. We're going to take over the world. Blah blah blah. That kind of stuff.
So the monster that you have to kill.
Yes.
Now, do they have bosses?
That's what they're called.
That's air quotes. Okay. So there's a boss at every level you have to kill when you're done.
Actually, there's bosses all over the place. We call them raid bosses in this game.
Okay, so one more question. I'm gonna let you go again. Open world. I've heard the phrase open world, where you can go into this open world. It's a map. Let's say it's the state of Wisconsin, and you could do anything you want in there. You don't have to be part of the quest or the siege. You can take your little group and do whatever you want to do, but you're doing it while I'm playing somewhere else.
Yes.
So it's an open world. Okay.
It is.
All right. So back to your quest change was the last place. So you do the quest change, you see the movie, and then you do a siege.
Well, no, siege is completely separate.
Okay.
After you see the movie, of him basically he's egging you on, so then the movie goes away, and then you go back to the screen, and it's you see yourself, and if you're solo or in a group, your groups can go 7 people to a group.
Okay, so there is a limit on the group. Okay.
But then groups could get together in a command channel, and you could have like 30 groups. Like when we're doing Antheris, the land dragon, which is like the biggest thing in the game.
Okay,
there's literally 400 people in this thing at the same time.
And all 400 people are talking on the land channel, or is there just a designated person talking?
Okay.
Because 400 people talking, you and I can't even talk and not talk over each other.
No, what we use TeamSpeak or Ventrilo, or there's a new one that just came out that some of the guys are using.
Okay, so you're off the game.
Yes. Only our clan talks to each other at the same time. Voice. Everything else is done in chat, in the chat box in the bottom.
Okay. So I would be terrible at the game because I can't type without looking down, and then I'd be getting killed, or they'd be going, "What did you say?" and I'd be getting killed.
That's why we use TeamSpeak and Ventrilo and stuff like that. So the clan leader or the party leader says, "All right, we're all going to the left. Everybody hit, get your skills. 1, 2, 3, go. Boom." And of course, if you go to my channel, which we've talked about, I have videos. That's you search for Fun Guy the Entertainer.
Fun Guy the Entertainer.
Yep, and it'll say Scott Thomas. That way you're on the right page, and then you'll see a lot of the game stuff. I bring a lot of characters from 0 all the way up, and you can see how the game is played. It's a lot of fun.
Okay, that's cool. I may or may not watch that. Everybody, okay, so you guys can message and tell me whether I have to watch them or not. And I will watch them if you tell me I have to. I've seen the games. I played Dungeons and Dragons, although I was pretty much the guy in the kitchen going, "Where's the Doritos? Where'd you put the soda? Let's make some hot dogs. Let's order a pizza." Because again, attention deficit disorder boy can't finish these quests. So how long is an average quest or siege?
Well, the siege is 2 hours every Sunday.
And you guys complete it within the 2 hours, sometimes faster, sometimes a little bit longer?
You don't. When you're doing a siege, it's literally armies trying to take a castle. And you can take the castle, but then they can take it back. During that 2 hours, sometimes you could change 3 or 4 different times.
Oh, wow.
Yes, it's like we just got done this past Sunday doing its Dimensional Siege this past weekend. So
all right,
there's multiple servers.
Dimensional?
There's multiple servers.
Okay.
I originally played on Freya. Now I'm playing on Kronos, although I do still have characters on Freya. When you do the Dimensional Siege, Freya, Kronos, Nia, and Zaken, all 4 servers all come together. So now you're playing with people that you don't normally play with during the week.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It's like a rumble. It's amazing.
And everybody has their skills and their powers. Now,
Correct.
do you have a team that you're set with that you have, like, everybody's built up their characters, so when you go to do a quest, you have everything you need? Like, you have somebody who can heal. Like in some games, you have to have a healer, right? 2 guys go attack, and then there's a person healing them. So do you
Correct.
have all that in your group of 7?
Yes, we do.
And
I play a buffer called an Is. I buff the people, which gives them your skill, so you're stronger. The healer's in there. Then you have your we call them DDs, which is the damage dealers. They can range anywhere from tiers using axes and swords and all sorts of stuff to the Earthia that I was telling you about, the ones that jump around. And archers are just kicking in this game. The problem is they're paper. If you can get to the archer before he kills you, he drops fast. So everything has pros and cons.
Okay.
And
Well, yeah,
when you
that's
work
all
as a
the games
team,
are.
exactly. So it's really a lot of fun, but it's very, very time consuming. If you do not have the time to sit, because minimum time to play the game is an hour. If you can't play for an hour, you can't get anywhere.
Okay, well then Lineage 2 will not be something that I will be into. I'll play it with you, and again, like I talked before, I'll get trolled. Somebody walking behind me laughing. Everybody else will see him waving his sword behind me, and then when he's ready to kill me, he'll just kill me. However, maybe I'll get on and I'll play a game with you in the future. But so that's your game, Lineage 2. Now that's
Yes.
the only game you played. Did you
It
play
is.
anything else before to lead up
Oh.
to this?
My very first game was called Earth and Beyond. Well, I shouldn't say that. When I first started playing video games online, my first game was Wolfenstein,
Okay, I remember that title.
which is
I
a
remember the game.
first-person shooter game.
Yeah. Okay.
And then it grew up to Earth and Beyond, and then I went from Earth and Beyond to Lineage 2. So Wolfenstein is a first-person shooter. Earth and Beyond was an MMORPG, and now Lineage 2 is an MMORPG. The thing about MMORPGs, once you get involved in them, it requires so much time. You don't really have time to play other games, although some people do.
Okay. Yeah. So it's an open world, open
Yep.
source. I think we've answered all my questions for right now till I go see some of those videos. So I don't really
I
know
almost got him.
where to go from here. Yeah, it sounds like a fun game. Like I said, I enjoy watching those games. I know they have competitions now. Does this have a competition that you can go to, like the end of season competition with pro players or stuff like that?
Not really. They have events every other month, big events where, like, they had a big fishing event where you could get extra special gear and all sorts of stuff. They have the Red Libra event. Everything's
All right.
online.
So why don't you do some research for our next show,
Yep.
and we'll come up with some of those events, and we can talk about some of the ones that you did, and we'll talk about what else happened in the world. But I want to thank everyone for watching.
And if you feel our show is not a bad life decision,
Then please, please subscribe, like, and watch our videos and other channels. My other channel is What Happened to Las Vegas Today, where I do reviews of Las Vegas shows and Las Vegas golf courses, and I've done some movies. And Scott, what are your channels?
just look up Fun Guy the Entertainer, and then it says Scott Thomas. I have my games. I have the Reverend Scott Thomas doing advice streams. And, of course, my party bus and DJ stuff is on there.
Awesome. So we'll see you guys on our next show. Thank you for listening and watching, and we'll see you soon.
And have a great night.
Be crazy, but you still amaze me.